common goal or a common cause.
So leaders don't ever switch it off. You're constantly doing something. You're constantly on the ball.
The only limitation that exists in this life is yourself.
So, what is leadership? Some people believe it is a characteristic, others believe it is a skill, some people believe you're a born leader, others believe you're made. Leadership has many different faces and many different definitions.
The first thing I want to talk about being a leader is the heart to serve. I think leadership is an honour. Anyone who stands in any position of leadership, it's not something you take for granted. Because in essence, you're kind of standing and saying you're going to lead a whole set of people. They don't ever have to believe anything you're doing. They don't have to believe in anything. It's an honour to actually say, I'm a leader. And I think good leaders put the needs of the people they're leading before theirs, because I'm not motivated by my own agenda. The agenda that I form is not just about me, it has to be about the people I'm leading.
It's about service. Success brings and it leads directly to leadership. In order to be an effective leader, you must have motivation. You've got to have inspiration. Inspiration helps you to get the motivation. Now, it's like water. When we look at this water, if the water's still in a warm environment, that water will begin to smell. But if the water now is rushing, it remains fresh. When water's rushing, if it encounters obstacles like rocks along its way, it simply shifts around and goes over and it flows. That's the type of thing you've got to have as a leader. You've got to be moving. You've got to have motivation, inspiration. Think about the people that inspire you. Teamwork, effective. It's important that you have a good team.
The team I'm talking about is the team of people you surround yourself with. As a leader, you are very important, because obviously if you're leading people and you're a shambles and you're crumbling, then it's all going to be a shambles, to be honest. So you need a team. What you choose to associate yourself with says a lot about you. In fact, what you choose to associate yourself with says what you think about your dreams and what you think about yourself. And the truth is, I think there's people in our lives that are liabilities and there's people that are assets. And your inability to separate the two makes you your own enemy of progress, because you can't say, this person's actually pulling me away from where I need to be.
I mentor a particular individual in London who believes, yes, I have the power to do everything. I called him up at 1 in the afternoon. What do you do? Oh, you're just waking up at 1 o'clock. After the day is gone. And he's like, oh, is it 1 already? No, bro. One thing I realized about time is this. Just as much as your hair doesn't need your permission to grow, neither do your nails need your permission to grow. So also time doesn't need your permission to pass. Well, you can style your hair and you can style your nail. So basically, you start with time. What is it that you spend time on? Because even in case we as individual, we're ineffective as persons. If our leadership within ourselves is ineffective, I promise you this, there's only so much we can give to others. So all the times, leadership is a mirror. You look into it and what do you see in yourself?
Leadership is the process of social influence in which one person can enlist the aid and support of others in the accomplishment of a common goal. So, leadership is influence. If you can influence a set of people, you are a leader.
Influence is so important. The influence you have on each other, really important that you have a positive influence. You have to be able to lift yourself out of a negative place and put yourself in a positive place.
Anything worth achieving is going to be hard. The keys to success. There's only one place you're going to find success before work, and it's in a dictionary. You have to work hard in order to be an effective leader. When you're successful, people will assume that you are a leader. Therefore, you have to make sure that people's perception of you is in the highest regard.
Axon Jackson used to come and speak back in the day when I was a student at Brunel. And he's always talking about, as he talked about in that video, about flying with eagles, soaring with eagles. And that stuck with me, just stuck with me. And I made sure that those around me were eagles because I was an eagle.
My team consists of people who, like Natalie said, they're all eagles, but their interests aren't necessarily the same as mine. But their greatest concern is that I achieve every single thing I set my heart out to achieve. I believe that great leaders have people around them who are constantly propelling them. People who, when you're about to let your dreams go because you feel like life is too challenging, they'll say, actually, no, you need to get up again. I'm not actually going to settle for the fact that you think this is too hard, it's not good enough. And the thing is, those are the people you need in your life because sometimes they care more about you achieving than you do yourself.
Actor Jackson was talking about, the reason why he talks about eagles is because eagles soar the highest above everyone else, all the other birds and all that stuff. So eagles are, that's it. Out of the bird community, that's it, yeah? So, to me, when I'm sitting down listening to him, I'm saying, I'm it. I'm an eagle. My friends, people I roll with, they're going to be eagles too, and I'm going to make sure they're eagles. Because eagles only soar together. They leave all the other stuff, the chickens behind. That's it. So if you're going to soar with eagles, you've got to be an eagle, haven't you? And when one eagle's, their wing is broken, they need some food, they all work together, they help each other, and when one of them's down, they pick each other up. That's how I saw it, and I made sure those around me, my network of people around me, are all eagles. Nothing less.
I've heard a lot of eagle talk today. Eagles. The thing about eagles is when they encounter a cloud, I'm not going to say what Action says associated chickens never fly with eagles. I'm going to say that. What I'm going to say is something slightly different about the eagle. An eagle's a different type of bird in that when they experience what you call a cumulus nimbus, which is a rising rain cloud, an eagle does not, like other birds, descend. But what an eagle does is it simply shifts, adjusts, and rises above the cloud, and it rises up. You see, the eagle doesn't want to get battering by the rain. The eagle wants to ride the updraft. And as a leader, you've got to be able to ride the updraft. When you experience the pressure, when you experience the resistance, that means that you are going somewhere.
It's about being courageous. Sometimes courage is that when it seems impossible, because the deepest thing is, as much as I still wanted to be a pediatric consultant when I got 5 years. Because I was like, I don't care what anyone says, this is what I'm going to do. But I'm so happy, I don't want to do it because I don't like science. But I was determined, because I said, this is what I want to do. I anchored myself in the fact that this is what my dreams are leading towards, and I have to be courageous.
Leader never waits for someone else to be first. A leader takes the initiative. Many of us, we want to follow in the footsteps of others just to guarantee our safety. Like you said, a leader is courageous. You throw yourself out there, regardless of what the outcome. Even if you fail, you say, I didn't fail, I just learned how not to do it.
Leaders sacrifice. They sacrifice their time, they sacrifice their resources, and sometimes they sacrifice their life for the opportunity for the group to win. Martin Luther King put it this way. He said, if a man has not found something that he is willing to die for, he isn't fit to live.
But you need to constantly believe that it is possible, and it will always be possible. And that's what I tell myself and continue to tell myself. And that's why I believe I'm still able to achieve and still able to be a leader. Everything you hope for, everything you want to do, everything you dream of is 100% possible. And it's only possible because you believe that it's possible.
Hopeful, yes I am hopeful for today. Take this music and use it, let it take you away. And be hopeful, hopeful, and he'll make a way. I know it ain't easy, but that's okay, cause we hopeful.
I wish that you could show some love instead of hating so much when you see some other people coming up. I wish I could teach the world a scene, write some music and have them tripping off.